$50,000 in monthly recurring revenue into your business, and you don't even have to lift a finger. This exact same system added $127,000 into our pipeline in under 11 days. I'm going to walk you through the exact same thing, the whole process, and how you can implement it today. All right. By the way, my name is Aiden Riley. I run a growth consultancy called High Income Society, and we build in-house client acquisition systems for agency owners, coaches, and consultants that need a proven and predictable pathway to go from working in the business to on the business and have their companies scale for them in the background. All right, now, first things first, let's dive in. So, when you're creating or segmenting an audience, you want to make sure you are specific to that audience. Okay, you want to put the right message in front of the right person so you can optimize for more of your ideal client. Okay, so get very specific, and you can start sourcing these type of leads out of Snov, Apollo, SalesNav, Lemlist. Those type of platforms typically provide the best chance of having your ideal type of clientele already existing in their database. All right, so that's the first part. The next part to really go ahead and pre-qualify these types of prospects to make sure they're exactly up to your standards is what you want to do is revise your marketing message and create some assets that are really going to play to an advantage of your sales process. Okay, so this can come in the form of a video sales letter, content, or case studies. Now, what we recommend at our company is that you have a short form piece of content called a pre-conversion video. Now, it's a 5 to 8 minute video that essentially describes exactly who your ideal client is and how you are going to help them achieve their desired result that they're looking for, because that already kind of pre-segments your list even more so to make sure you're getting the highest quality prospect on the phone with you and your team. All right. The content really just works through any kind of social media platform as well. But if you have case studies, then you're off to a really hot start because you already know exactly who you can contact and prospect to. That way, they're going to see that you've already helped people just like them. All right. Now, analyze your stats. Are you above a 15% lead rate? If not, you need to go back and you need to create or revise a marketing message that is going to stick to your ideal prospects more easily, right? If you get the right marketing message in front of the right person, they're going to convert into your ideal client a lot more easier. All right. So keep that in mind. But if you already do have 15% lead rate or higher, then you are going to be able to update your sales process and even add in some growth specialists. Now, the important part here is updating your sales process. If you're an agency, for example, you might still be relying on referrals. You still might be cold calling. You still might even be sending proposals, which is crazy because unless you're doing $25,000 to $50,000 plus in marketing for clients, then sure, maybe you should be sending a proposal in. But if you're not, and you're still just doing regular high ticket services, you don't need to be sending a proposal, right? You should shorten your sales cycle down to a 2 call close. That way you can go ahead and save your time, your team can save their time, and you can get way quicker results and start the process faster for your clients. All right. So when you're adding growth specialists, this can also shorten that time cycle, or sorry, that sales cycle of getting your ideal prospects on the phone, because then you add more volume. Right now at High Income Society, we actually provide our clients with a pre-vetted network of growth specialists that are already trained on the system so that you don't have to be the one to do it or train your team on it as well. They already get trained, and that way you'll be able to execute on the system a lot more easier. All right. Next thing here is, again, tracking our results, tracking our data. Call one, do we have a 75% or greater conversion rate? If not, we need to go back and we need to revise our marketing message. Clearly, something is not sticking if people are not converting, or if they're not even showing up to the call. That means it doesn't mean enough to your ideal prospect, right? It has to mean enough for them to show up. And of course, want to go through the process and learn more about how you can achieve their desired result, right? And I'm taking 75% as an industry standard. Same thing here with call two, 20%. 20% and above is essentially your closing rate. Now, if you are not closing to 20% or higher, you need to go back. Your team needs to go back, listen to the calls, listen to the market, and understand what is going on. What are we missing here, right? You want to get, again, the right message in front of the right person, and that way you can tweak your assets, your marketing message to those people, get them on the phone, and they're more likely to convert. All right. And then lastly, you should have a conversion rate of around 3 to 5%. Again, industry standard for something that is mediocre and working just okay. Okay. So, and of course, we want to strive for higher numbers, but we're just going to be using these placeholders for now. And then once you walk your ideal prospect across the finish line, you will have to improve your product and your delivery. Now, this is going to separate you from everybody else who isn't currently doing this, because as the market tends to innovate and mature, your product needs to do the same and your delivery needs to get even better, right? The fastest person to deliver the ideal result in a ever growing market is going to win the most, right? And when you have that high win rate, your success rate turns up to around 90%. And when you have a 90% success rate, you're going to see your company start to thrive. Now, if you do not have a 90% success rate and you don't have margins at 60 to 80%, what you want to do is go back and improve your product, improve your delivery, make sure you're getting more of those case studies. Okay, you want to opt in for more case studies so you can remarket to those people who are already looking for the result that you provide. All right, you want to provide more case studies so that your market can see that it's in your marketing message, it's part of your assets. You speak their language, you know exactly what it is they want, and you're more likely to convert more of those ideal prospects and take up more of that market share. Now, speaking of market share, what you want to do with these margins, if you do have 60, 80% margins, which I know a lot of these agencies do with fat margins and they don't do anything with them, is you want to reinvest that back into the company and add some growth specialists that are already trained on this system, because that way you can horizontally scale, add more volume to your ideal clientele and bring them into your network so you can work with them, right? This will again improve your product with the more people that you're working with in a specific niche that you're targeting. And of course, when you get them results, you're increasing your success rate and you repeat this whole process. It's like a huge feedback loop or flywheel effect of people in the market that are going to come to you because you can provide the best result for them. All right. Fairly simple, fairly easy to implement. You can literally start doing this today. You just have to understand exactly who it is you're targeting. But if you need help with this, feel free to reach out. You can leave a comment down below, ask any questions, leave a like on this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.